My name is Renee, and I am going to be reading tarot for you Geminis out there who have been feeling internally conflicted. So, just going to be a brief reading, seeing what kind of insights I can get from my deck here. We have the Empress, the Ten of Cups, Five of Pentacles, Queen of Wands, and the Hanged Man. Okay. I am feeling like this internal conflict may be about this Empress figure in your life. Someone who represents a strong feminine presence. It could be a mother, it could be a friend, like a mom friend. And there's something heavy happening with this Empress figure. In fact, I feel like this Ten of Cups here is probably what you are envisioning in your mind's eye, what you have envisioned in your mind's eye. This is your idealistic desire in life. Isn't it basically everyone's, having this happily ever after? And it doesn't have to be the same for everyone, whatever that happily ever after is, but it's a very idealistic image is something that perhaps you have felt close to having, but there's something that has left you feeling abandoned. Something has taken you out of that idealistic image of life. Queen of Wands and the Hanged Man. Perhaps the Queen of Wands, that's who you want to be. Confident, charismatic, fully embodying herself. But whatever internal conflict is happening here, you are the Hanged Man. I think that you're surrendering some of your idealism, to take a new perspective. And it's causing an internal conflict because this idealism that you've carried with you is probably something you've carried with you for most of your life. But something has started to challenge that for you. Something has left you feeling cold. I wonder if there's any advice for you here today. So I'm going to pull a few more cards. See, what should you do in this Hanged Man situation? Okay. We've got a few different things coming out here. The first thing that I saw, the Four of Pentacles. This idealism that you've held on to, and it's not even a bad idealism per se, but I think that the way that you are holding on to it, you're holding on to something, and I feel like it has a lot more to do with ideals than it does with material things or people, relationships. I think that you're holding on to your ideas that you have about life very strongly, even though they may not be benefiting you anymore. I see that as well with the Devil. The ideas, instead of being something positive for your life, are now something that is keeping you stuck and restricted, when you are at this place where you could become sovereign if you're with your own ideas. You could become self-sufficient. You could be growing and blooming. And not to say that you're not, but much more so. There's some area where there's something blocked by these ideas and beliefs that you're holding on to very, very strongly. You may not recognize it, but you do have a choice. You probably feel like you don't have a choice right now. And that's a lot of where this internal conflict comes in. You think you don't have a choice because of these ideas and beliefs that you're holding very strongly onto. But in reality, you are at a crossroads and you do have the ability to choose something else. The advice here is to hone into your intuition, because that, ooh, it just got dark in here. Honing into your intuition, because that's going to refine your inner ideas, your inner beliefs. If you can really acquaint yourself, become this King of Cups, become this King of Cups and be very well acquainted with your own intuition. A lot of times we're given the beliefs that we hold with us into life at a very young age, where many of us experience being conditioned rather than being taught how to figure out what we really believe and what our real ideals are. And perhaps that's your situation, or perhaps you've just picked up subconsciously on some beliefs that are no longer serving you. But becoming this King of Cups figure and getting very well acquainted with your intuition and getting confident in your own intuition can propel you forward. Into a new era, really. So I guess to sum it up, some kind of ideas, beliefs held internally are being held on to very, very tightly, but whatever you're being confronted with in life right now is no longer compatible with those ideas and beliefs. It's causing this inner conflict that could be causing quite a lot of turmoil, actually. But you're being asked to recognize what's holding you back, become confident in your own intuition. Become sovereign in your own intuition and take a step forward boldly. It might be scary, but that's what you're being asked to do. I hope that you have enjoyed this reading. This is only the second video on this channel. I have just started, so if you enjoyed this, if you resonated with this at all, I hope that you will give it a like and perhaps consider subscribing.